welcome to the SBA Loan Show. I'm your host, Frank Garay, here with Dave Zitting. Once again, Dave, SBA loans and AI. You've got a thing about this, right? And so tell me what is on Dave. Welcome to the What's on Dave's Mind sequence here. What's your thoughts on it? You've got some strong opinions about it. Tell me about it.
I do. But first, let me say, Frank, I love AI, so I have no problem with AI.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a big AI fan, but I just, as we know, we're starting to find out where AI is getting applied either inaccurately or you're just asking it to do the wrong thing. And SBA transactions are really complex, and the sad fact is that you've got a lot of businesses that do these transactions, and there's kind of a level of knowledge, right? Kind of starts low, goes a little higher, and eventually gets to an underwriter and all the different people, right? And so what we're finding that a lot of this business information is being loaded up into AI. Tell me what I've got here out of these tax returns. What does my DSC look like? Debt service coverage, all these things. And of course, AI is going in and doing its job, but it's looking at ones and zeros. It's just looking at numbers. That's all it's looking at. It's not looking at the picture of what's really going on. So it'll come in and it'll say, hey, look, this is where we're at. This isn't going to work because of that and the other, whatever. And it's really not having an ability to step back and really approach it from a lens of what is this industry? What is this business? And why are these numbers this way? And should we be questioning those numbers? Now, maybe there will be an AI that gets there. Obviously, I think there will be. But first, what we're seeing is a lot of businesses right now today, they're not getting through these gates that they should be getting through because some AI said that they shouldn't be able to, that it's not working. And so some of the lower epsilon people in the team are not necessarily letting it get to the people that really know.
Got you.
And that's something that I think that small businesses should be aware of, and they need to make sure that they're getting other opinions. Just like if it's a doctor opinion, same thing. Let's get another opinion of my business. I want somebody else looking at this thing, right?
I love it. I love it. Get another opinion. That's what you need to do. If you're a business owner or a real estate agent or a loan originator with a client who's gotten gated by, on an SBA deal, as we call it, or shut down or, told no, you really want to reach out to us because, gosh, man, Dave and his team, they specialize in converting these things because they want to learn the story. And it's not just black and white. It never is. There's a story behind everything. And that's the story is what can make a deal for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, that's interesting. The AI thing, because you're right. So there is a chain of people to get an SBA loan approved. Us, for example, right? Like we're a placement agent over here at Lulu Capital, right? So we'll find people, we'll talk to them, we pre-interview them to see if it looks like they're fitting, then we'll hand them off to you, Dave. But there's level one. Right. So like I have to be able to underwrite to a certain degree, at least, right? At least somewhat competently, even at the very beginning. Then goodness gracious, hopefully I didn't run something through AI to make a decision and it didn't turn out right? And then I said, nope, sorry, isn't going to work, God, no. So yeah, we do have to be careful of that. And people that are getting involved in SBA deals, or, whether you're a business owner or a professional, right, have to be careful of that. I'm just curious though, on your team, do you use AI to evaluate anything? Or
use AI for a lot of things, but not for evaluation.
Yeah.
We are making certain AI evaluation tools that we don't deploy because it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
And at some point in time it will be, but we use AI in anywhere we can to be productive.
Speed things up, move things along.
When we get a transaction, we call it the spreads, by the way. And my business partner, Keldon, is savant with these numbers. And we literally just have, a wall of screens, and we pull up all of it and we take our whole business, extract all the numbers, and we put them all in our spreadsheets. We completely recreate that business, and we step back and then we work the spreadsheets and we work the numbers and we understand what we can do to do that instead of just looking at the tax return or have an AI look at the tax return.
Right.
So a lot of the analog stuff we're doing, yes, we're kind of asking that question, but something else you alluded to, Frank, that I think is really important is there is this hierarchy, unfortunately, and some newbies tend to get these SBA loans in some of these institutions. an organization like us, and there's others like us, they're kind of secondary market, second look market, if you will. Everybody's got to be able to operate at an underwriter level from the beginning of looking at that deal. In residential, we call it pre-approval. In commercial, we call it pre-flight.
Right.
And so from a pre-flight standpoint, the early on people have got to be able to look at that transaction and understand, how am I going to present this to the underwriter as an underwriter? And so it's really important that if this company, and a lot of companies don't believe they can get SBA, but they can get SBA all day long. But it's understanding the company, getting it presented in the right light, and making sure that from the get-go, you're getting it stacked and into the underwriter properly. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. AI. SBA and AI. Yeah. Very cool, but might not be so cool. So you got to be careful and watch out for that stuff.
Got to use it right. You got to use it right.
Got to use it right. Got to use it right. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me again today, Dave. Always a pleasure, my friend. For those of you watching, if you're a business owner or a real estate agent or a mortgage broker that has a client that needs SBA, and if you're a business owner that likes to explore SBA, if you need to go fast or if you've been turned down, boy, reach out to us. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can reach out to us in the description. There's our contact information. Or if you're on SBAshow.com, there's a contact form. Fill it out. We will get you guys right away. We will get you moving, and we want to learn your story. We want to see what's going on to get you done. Thanks, Dave. Catch you next time.
Thanks, man.